Everyone loves a well-mannered dog, but we all know that it requires training. So, can artificial intelligence help? You're about to find out. Our special guests today represent a global company called Woofz, WOOFZ, that just unleashed an AI feature on its popular app. Please welcome to our show certified animal behaviorist and dog trainer Anne Levy and the CEO and co-founder of Woofz, Natalia. She's going to pronounce her last name. Go for it.
Hi, my name is Natalia Shakhmetova.
Nice. You said it so much better than I could. Welcome both to you to the show. And Pet Pals, we are going global today on this episode because I'm in Dallas, Annie's in Essex, London, and Natalia's in Spain. So we get around. So we want to start it off. What the heck is Woofz? We're going to ask Natalia. And why do you think it's a good app to help all of us bring out the best in our dogs?
Hello to everyone. Thank you for invitation. And what about Woofz? We have super simple mission. We want to help build a strong bond between dog and their owner for a long-lasting and happy friendship, ensuring the well-being of every canine companion. So our idea is super simple. We are doing a mobile application for dog training monthly. And you said or not said, we have more than 5 million downloads overall. And
over 5 million subscribers globally and growing, correct?
Yeah. And we continue.
That isn't just a little bit of kibble. That's a lot.
Yeah. So we just want to help to all dog owners try to understand better their dogs, their behavior, and make their life a little bit more easy with dogs, less stress, more funny moments, more nice experience through the learning commons and learning basic things about dog behavior and dog trainings.
I like that. And artificial intelligence is happening on all places, all platforms, but it's how we use it that makes a difference. That's where I want to bring in our dog behaviorist and trainer, Annie Levy. You're in England and you've got some good credentials. You're part of the Woofz team. What attracted you to say, I want to use my skills and behavior and training and help with the Woofz approach?
Yeah, great question. I think Woofz for me is really attractive because as a trainer, you are constantly trying to give your clients more and more one-to-one support, but you're obviously only one person. And
you haven't learned to clone yourself yet, Annie? Come on.
No, but maybe in the future.
Okay.
Until then, referring clients over to Woofz means that between sessions, people have something they can go back to and look at. So if, for example, I'm working with a dog on reactivity, even people just doing basic exercise.
Let's get even more specific. Leash reactivity. You're trying to walk your dog and your dog gets a little when they see another dog or gets overly exuberant like my dog Kona does. So you're working with the client and the dog on leash reactivity, but maybe it's once or twice a week. So then how does Woofz fit in?
So that's a great example there would be teaching a look cue or watch. So if I've asked a client, can you train the dog to look at you on cue? And they go, yep, and we demonstrate it. My client can then go and look in the app and go, right, this is how I train that cue, instead of kind of going back to me and going, I've forgotten all those steps you taught me. Yeah. Really nice to be able to bring that in.
I love it. And Natalia, I don't know what you did prior to help found Woofz. Were you a brain surgeon? Were you a short order cook? I mean, what led you to Woofz? I'm joking about the two other jobs, of course.
Long story short, I have a dog, and I just had a big wish to understand their behavior and how to manage this super difficult behavior of my Bernese Zane Hund. It's not so easy for managing dog. This was the first point. And the another one, I'm kind of a startup person, and I started to research the niche, research the market, and I understood that we don't have any application for collecting and for building smart training plans for dogs. And I decided, why not? If we have some web solutions, if we have some websites or YouTube courses, it's not so comfortable for me. And we try to do this application. We try to pack all knowledge about dog trainings, about dog behavior into the app, into the super useful and easy going, easy using lessons. So
yeah. And
something like that.
Well, what I'm impressed with, Natalia, is that humbly, she's not saying this, but this woman is put the capital R in research, and you have helped launch not one, but 10 different kinds of mobile apps. So brilliant.
Thank you so much. But another one else was not so exclusive like Wolf said. Another one else was not so mine. Exactly.
Well, no, but that's good that you've done that. So let's switch over to Annie. Annie, you've got a pair of dogs that both start with the letter O. Come on. They want to know they want to hear their name on radio. Who are they?
Yes. So we've got Olive the Chihuahua and then Otis, the one-eyed wonder. He is a weird mix of dogs. He looks like a giant Pomeranian.
Yeah, he does. I saw the picture. So are they both beautifully behaved, or did you have to do some training?
They were both rescues. So both of them came to me with dog reactivity and pretty severe separation anxiety. Unfortunately, I did not have the app at this point, but I was just getting into dog training. So that was kind of a big part of what led me into doing behavior.
How is this app complemented or supplemented your training, because you are a certified animal behaviorist? So how has this helped you? Because we live in 2024. We need technology that it's at our fingertips.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's that repetition that's really important for dog owners. That, I mean, you can tell people go and look at a YouTube video, but obviously you have no idea what's going to come up. Whereas having worked kind of in the back end, helping develop the app and kind of the type of training, and it really aligns with the style I want people training their dogs in. So a big focus on positive reinforcement, game-based training, all of it being quite fun and simple, clear steps. So it allows me to give my clients essentially the same information I'd give them in person, but with that element of repetition, where if they don't quite get it the first time, they can just rewind and go through it all again if they need to.
Well, I heard the saying that repetition is the mother of all knowledge.
I like that.
Yeah, that it wasn't from me. Somebody else said it. But I do believe if you do it, you say it, you hear it, it starts sticking like wet pasta on the wall. So it sounds like you made a distinction here that this app is different than going to a how-to YouTube video, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you're customizing it for each client.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I mean,
almost.
I'm going to let Annie and then have Natalia jump in. No, that's fine.
Sorry.
So you're cool. I'm having a ball with both of you. So give me an example, Annie, of some client. What was the situation, and how do you think Woof's AI app helped better than if they just did a YouTube video or just read notes from a PDF that you gave them?
Mm-hmm. So I think when you're looking at the internet, for example, typing in how to train my dog a marker word, there are a billion different dog trainers with a billion different methods, and they're all going to tell you a different way of doing things. So if I've taught my client, I would like you to do it this way for whatever reason, yes, I know when I then refer them over to the app, it is going to be that same way. I think it's so confusing for pet owners out there with that wealth of information. I mean, in some ways it's brilliant, but in other ways, people just get themselves so tied up and don't really know where to start because there's so much conflicting information out there as well.
I agree. Hey, we're going to dive in deeper to this Woof's AI app with our guests, Natalia and Annie, after we take a quick break.
Hey, have you heard? Four-Legged Life has a new digital newsletter. Here, let me show you how you get yourself subscribed. So you just type in Four-Legged Life, and that'll take you to the website. There we go. And this magic thing just appears, and you type in your email address. I'll use, let's see, how about coolestdogever@gmail.com. That's me. And then you just click on this thing here, There you go. It's the new digital newsletter from Four-Legged Life. Get subscribed today.
It's everywhere. Artificial intelligence can be used for good or others. And we have the co-founder of Woofs here, Natalia. I mean, you have to kind of deal with people, AI, whoa. So how do you build in some safeguards, or what do you do to your more than 5 million subscribers to say, look, we're doing AI for good?
Exactly. And I fully agree with all what Annie said in the previous part of our podcast. So our AI, it's not like typical AI when we don't use any true sinologists or do true and super famous and experts dog trainers in our app. But we're using AI technologies for suggesting to our users true and really personalized dog training programs.
Yes.
For example, if you have a puppy, or if you have an adult dog, or if you have some behavior problems, or if you don't, personalized all your needs into our app based on all materials what Annie, for example, wrote to us. All this knowledge we personalized through AI technologies, and they use our technologies just for that. So it's not working like chat GPT or something like that. When
Good point. Yeah, people wonder about the chat GPT.
Yeah. When we don't use this flow, like when you just have an answer from non-soul machine, we just using AI for randomizing, not even randomizing, personalizing our materials, all our knowledge into the app. And for sure, we have AI chat in our app, and we're also using AI only for personalized your request.
And I understand that you have over 70 lessons, and there's courses, there's pet management tools. Let me ask Annie, someone who was an animal behaviorist or a dog trainer, let's just say a generation ago, it was all paper and maybe a wobbly video. You have grown up in the age of technology and AI. What do you see yourself as a behaviorist and a trainer? What is the 2024 and beyond effective dog trainer behaviorists look like?
I think, especially during COVID, I noticed people got way more interested in online dog training. Prior to that, if you suggested online dog training, people thought it was ridiculous because you need to be there hands-on training my dog. Whereas now people are much more accepting of the idea of kind of online dog training and using an app and watching things online. So I think really for dog trainers, and especially people who are looking to become dog trainers now, we need to be thinking of ways we can enter the market, if you like, that aligns up with the people that are starting to own dogs. If you think of kind of the average, let's say someone between 20 and 30-year-olds who's buying a dog now, how do they digest information? Most of those people don't want to read through handouts that you're
on your phone. They do this, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We love scrolling. We love that dopamine rush we get when we tick we've done something on an app. And that's how we need to start thinking about training people.
I love it. And Natalia, you have 5 million subscribers. Are they in every continent, or where are y'all? Where are your subscribers?
Mostly from United States. That's around 60% from United States.
Nice.
Then Canada, Australia, country of Latin America, China, a little bit, and other Europe and other world.
Well, you're covering almost the whole world. I didn't hear Antarctica. But that's probably coming. So how is this the AI intelligence? It automatically does the translation to the different languages?
Not to be honest, AI not so good in the translations, because we had a lot of specifics in our training, thanks to Annie. She uses it a lot, and we're using like native speakers for reading. Yeah,
Good.
so that's it.
Wow. Annie, how long were you doing dog training and behavior consults before you ran into woofs?
I don't know if you know that, Natalia, off the top of your head, but I think it's probably been about 2 or 3 years now.
Okay.
Which is a ridiculous amount of times. It feels like just yesterday someone reached out and asked me if I'd be interested. But yeah, I think I've been at least kind of in some capacity helping write some of their kind of courses and programs for about 2 or 3 years now.
What got you into dog behavior?
God, everything. I had lots of dogs growing up. My uncle has a farm and he had loads of sheep dogs, and I was obsessed with watching them work. And then I went and studied animal behavior. I didn't know specifically I wanted to do dog training, but I knew I was fascinated by animal behavior. And then I fell into canine behavior and psychology specifically.
I also am appreciative. We have something in common. I am actually a master instructor in pet first aid. I use a real dog, Kona, and a real cat, Casey, and we do in-person and live interactive Zoom calls to people all over the world. Why is it so important to also have some pet first aid knowledge?
Yeah, it's like one of the most important things. I think anyone that is working with pets on a daily basis needs to know the basics of first aid. The amount of times I used to do lots of dog walking, the amount of times you're out and about and a dog just cuts their paw. And if you don't have your first aid kit on you and you don't know what you're doing, you're a bit useless in that situation, and you're not going to be carrying a 40-kilo dog back to your car. So having the basics and knowing what to do there, and also having that kind of reassurance for pet owners who are leaving their dogs in your care or at least working with you in some capacity, super, super important, because you're rarely going to need it. But those times when you do need it, it could be a life or death situation. So well worth learning about.
I like it. And Natalia, I know you're a brainiac. I know you're a researcher. I know you know artificial intelligence, but you have a beautiful beagle that needs to hear his name on a radio worldwide. Can you tell us about your dog?
Yes, his name is Teda.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, she's and veterans guys also asked, "Are you sure? Teda is for male? It's for boys name, but she's a girl. Are you sure?" Yes, I'm sure. It's our creative. It's a creative part of our family. And yeah, she's a big girl. She's 1 year and a half old, and she is super active girl. As Enzo was saying here in Spain, mucha energía, muy activa.
Very active.
Very active, very energetic, very active, and she has a lot of problems. So for me, that was a kind of challenge to train Teda with Wolf's app, because we started Wolf's app in 2020. So yeah, my dog is a good test for our app and for solution.
So are you able
to find a solution for you with her behavior? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Are you able to channel her high energy thanks to Wolf's AI and people like Annie?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we're testing all our programs exactly at home with my beagle, and it's it works. Right. I don't believe, but it really works.
And Annie, how do people find out more about Wolf's? What's the website? Point us in the direction.
So I think you've got a good Instagram, haven't you? That's one. I think that's initially how I found you guys. And then Natalia, you probably know more than me about this. So what's
I just want to make sure people get the right spelling and all. So what is it?
Yeah, it's better you type Instagram Wolf's app or wolves.com. It's our website. So this is our two main source of knowledge for our users.
Okay, and that's WOOFZ for us old people that use websites still. Okay.
Wolf's with a Z.
Well, this is amazing. I'm so happy that both of you could be on our show today. I love being able to help all the pet pals that follow us all over the world know about new things, new tools that can help us bring out the best in our dogs. I'm telling you, I'm a better human being because of Emma and Kona, my dogs. And yes, my cat, Casey, can't forget him. Cats say we don't need an app. We already have artificial intelligence down.
They're way ahead, yeah.
Yeah. So any parting message? Start with you, Natalia. Anything you'd like to add? Just a quick.
Just go to App Store or Google Play and download our Wolf's apps in our stores and enjoy and send us your feedback. We will be so glad to get it.
And how about you, Annie?
Yeah, it was a pleasure. Thank you very much for having us both on your show, and I hope you guys found this useful.
And all three of your dogs are demanding treats. I don't need artificial intelligence to tell me that. I telepathically, they've been telling me they want you to give them treats after the show.
Oh, yeah, that's how I
Right?
bribe them quiet.
Thank you for the invitation. Thank you.
Thanks so much for making our tails wag by watching this guest interview from Arden Moore's Four-Legged Life.
Four-Legged Life.
Make sure to subscribe so you're up to date with all of our Four-Legged Life content.
Four-Legged Life. Four-Legged Life.